Imagine this. You're in the baby aisle, surrounded by a colourful array of baby bottles. There's plastic everywhere. But wait, aren't we supposed to be avoiding plastic? If you're like many parents today, you've heard the warnings about the chemicals in plastic baby bottles, and you're ready to make a change. But where do you start? Don't worry, we've got you covered. Let's explore the best alternatives to plastic baby bottles, so you can ensure your little one is sipping safely. Let's take a stroll down memory lane, back to a time when the biggest worry in baby bottle shopping was choosing between the one with cute animals or the one that matched the nursery decor. Fast forward to today, and things have gotten a bit more complicated. Now, it's not just about the design. It's about deciphering a chemical alphabet soup of ingredients that could impact your baby's health. So, how did we get here? Let's follow the timeline of how baby products evolved from using BPA to newer chemicals like BPS and BPF, and what this means for safety. Once upon a time, bisphenol A, BPA, was the star of the plastic show. Discovered in the 1890s and put into widespread use by the 1950s, BPA was celebrated for its ability to make plastics hard, clear, and shatterproof. Baby bottles, sippy cups, and food containers were all infused with BPA, making them durable and convenient for busy parents. But then came the bad news. Research began to show that BPA wasn't as harmless as it seemed. Scientists discovered that BPA could leach from plastic into food and drinks, especially when heated. Worse, BPA was found to be an endocrine disruptor, mimicking the hormone estrogen in the body. This hormone interference was linked to a range of health problems, including developmental delays, reproductive issues, and an increased risk of certain cancers. The public wasn't happy, and the outcry grew louder. By the early 2000s, parents were ditching their old baby bottles and demanding safer alternatives. In 2012, the FDA finally banned BPA in baby bottles and sippy cups in the United States, and other countries followed suit. BPA's reign was over, or so we thought. With BPA out of favour, manufacturers needed a replacement, something that could keep their products shatterproof and durable but without the bad press. Enter the BPA-Free era. Products labelled as BPA-free began flooding the market, promising peace of mind to concerned parents. But what many didn't realise was that BPA-free didn't necessarily mean chemical-free. To replace BPA, companies turned to chemicals like bisphenol S, BPS, and bisphenol F, BPF. These bisphenol cousins were similar to BPA in structure and function, making them easy substitutes in plastic production. But as it turns out, this chemical swap might not have been much of an upgrade. So, what are BPS and BPF, and why should you care? Let's break it down. BPS, bisphenol S, was introduced as a direct replacement for BPA, and it quickly became the go-to chemical in many BPA-free products. Like BPA, BPS is used to harden plastics and make them more durable. But here's the catch. BPS can also act as an endocrine disruptor. Much like BPA, studies suggest that BPS may have similar effects on the body, interfering with hormones and potentially leading to the same kinds of health issues that made BPA notorious. BPF, bisphenol F, is another BPA alternative that's chemically similar to both BPA and BPS. It's less commonly used than BPS, but is still found in some plastic products. Like its bisphenol relatives, BPF has been shown to disrupt the endocrine system, raising concerns about its safety. The full extent of BPF's effects isn't yet known, but early research suggests it could pose similar risks to BPA and BPS. The bottom line? While BPS and BPF are often marketed as safer alternatives to BPA, the truth is that they might not be much safer at all. These chemicals share enough similarities with BPA that they could cause the same kinds of health problems, especially for developing babies and young children. The transition from BPA to BPS and BPF might feel like a classic case of meet the new boss, same as the old boss. While BPA has largely been phased out of baby products, the chemicals that replaced it come with their own set of concerns. One of the biggest challenges with BPS and BPF is that they haven't been studied as extensively as BPA. While we know they can act as endocrine disruptors, we don't yet have a full picture of their long-term effects on human health. This lack of comprehensive testing means that parents might be unknowingly exposing their babies to chemicals that could be just as harmful as BPA. Another concern is the cumulative effect of exposure to these chemicals over time. Even if the levels of BPS or BPF in a single product are low, the fact that babies are exposed to multiple sources, bottles, sippy cups, toys, and more, could add up. This cumulative exposure might increase the risk of health issues, especially during critical periods of development. The BPA-free label can create a false sense of security for parents who assume that these products are entirely safe. But as we've seen, Just because a product doesn't contain BPA doesn't mean it's free from other harmful chemicals. It's important to look beyond the label and consider the full spectrum of potential risks. So, with all this in mind, what's a parent to do? The good news is that there are steps you can take to protect your baby from potential chemical exposure. One of the best ways to avoid bisphenols altogether is to opt for non-plastic baby products. Glass, stainless steel, and medical-grade silicone are all excellent alternatives that don't rely on bisphenols. These materials are free from harmful chemicals and are generally safer for your baby. While the BPA-free label is a good start, it's important to dig deeper. Look for products that are also free from BPS, BPF, and other bisphenols. Some brands are more transparent about their materials than others, so don't hesitate to do a little extra research. Some companies are leading the way in creating genuinely safer baby products. Look for brands that are committed to safety and transparency, and that use alternative materials with a proven track record of safety. The landscape of baby products is constantly evolving, and new research is emerging all the time. Stay informed about the latest findings on chemical safety, and be open to making changes as new information becomes available. The journey from BPA to BPF in baby products is a reminder that not all progress is created equal. While the shift away from BPA was a positive step, the chemicals that have taken its place come with their own set of concerns. As parents, it's up to us to stay informed, ask questions, and make choices that prioritize our baby's health and safety. By choosing safer alternatives and being mindful of the chemicals in our baby products, we can help protect our little ones from potential harm. After all, when it comes to our children's well-being, there's no such thing as being too careful. Here's to safe sipping and a healthier future for all.